Come on! Cursed storm.
Where are we?
Looks like the captain's cabin. But it's a total mess.
Hello? Wait, shouldn't we just...
Can't hurt to take a look around, can it? Right. Not bad.
Hey, what are you doing?
Keep your shirt on, okay?
I beg your pardon?
Till we've met the crew, we should be ready for anything.
You can't just walk around and steal things. Mr...
Drop the formalities. Call me Lex.
Lex. I'm Anna.
See? Wasn't that hard.
I think first
Hang
we
on.
should...
There's no we, understood? You do whatever suits you, but don't count me in.
Don't you see that all of this concerns both of us?
Don't you see that you're getting on my nerves?
If your actions are gonna live up to your poor manners, we'll run into serious trouble.
You got a problem with my behavior? Looking for trouble?
Well, if it can't be avoided...
You shouldn't forget who's the strongest here.
I've lost my bag.
Come again?
My bag. There are personal possessions inside. When I jumped into the water, I still had it on my shoulder.
Then maybe next time you should look after your stuff better.
Well, maybe you saw it when...
No, I couldn't care less about your stuff.
I don't remember seeing you during the trip.
Can't say that I'd miss having your company below deck either.
Well, anyway, do you think there are other survivors? Maybe some made it into the lifeboats after all.
I was a bit too busy clinging onto that piece of wood while the storm was throwing us around to pay attention to anything else. What's most important is that I'm alive and well.
Why did our ship sink so fast?
I'm not too keen on sharing my assumptions with you.
I'd really like to know what happened.
I'll make a note of it.
What kind of ship is this?
What does it look like to you? We sea folk call it a brigantine, a transport ship. But there's something strange about this ship.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure. It all looks like it's been put together with miscellaneous odd parts. I mean, look around. Everything's kind of strange.
You seem to know a thing or two about ships.
More than you, that's for sure.
I thought that our ship was blown far off any trading route during the storm. How could we bump into a trading ship out here?
Maybe they just lost their bearings.
If this is what it looks like inside the captain's cabin, I'm not fond of finding out the state of the rest of the ship.
Not so fast. Maybe the captain thought this was the best way to hide his riches.
Riches? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna take a look around, and don't get in my way.
Where did you say you were heading?
Silly question. Where was our ship bound? Europe, of course.
Of course, but what was your business there?
Well, what were you up to?
I'm a reporter for the daily newspapers back home in New York. I was supposed to write about Spain because their colonies in the New World are...
Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't really interest me.
You didn't say what you wanted to do in Europe.
Got some business there.
What do you mean?
I'm not one of your news stories. That clear?
I'm sorry. Let's talk later.
Locked.
This might help me to open something. A simple corkscrew. This drawer doesn't have a handle and seems to be stuck. A new handle for the drawer. I think I can open it now.
Wait a minute. Weren't you the one who got all hot under the collar just because I pocketed something?
I'm looking for a way to open this door. You intended to steal the captain's valuables. You really want to compare that?
Compare what you will.
I'll take the note with me. The picture's crooked. I should take a closer look. Let's see what this picture's about. What? There's a small key attached to the back of the picture. The drawer is locked. I've unlocked the drawer. I've unlocked the drawer. That's a lot of books. There's no more room for them on the bookshelf. It's jam-packed. I'll take the note with me. The photograph of a little girl, but the burned holes make her unidentifiable and creepy. It's a news article. Someone scribbled some numbers on it. Tons of doorstopper books. Lots of books about all sorts of rubbish. I'll take the note with me. It's a piece of paper. Someone scribbled numbers on it, and holes have been cut into it. That's strange. I feel a faint draft. Maybe there's something behind the books. There is, in fact, a ventilation grid behind the books. Screws hold it in place. If I place the notes on top of one another, they show some kind of code. Only 3 numbers remain. If I do it like this, I can see 3 numbers through the holes. That was the right combination. Let's see what's inside the chest.
What? How did you manage to open that lock?
The captain seems to have a thing for puzzles. The combination was split and hidden in a couple of notes.
A crowbar would have done the trick faster.
If I put a crowbar in your hands, I'd be afraid of you wrecking the whole cabin.
Hey, don't be cheeky, lady. Well, whatever. But when you hit gold, I want to be the first to know.
I hope I won't cut myself with it. A strange amulet. The clothesline leads behind the wall and is tied to a beam. This thin wooden wall is blocked by something on the other side. The rope goes behind the wall. I can't undo the knot with just my bare hands. It's too tight. Might work, but maybe there's another way. I'll try that.
How did you do that? Let's take a look. That sloughed fox has built himself a secret chamber. And inside is, what the hell is that?
Maybe we can find something here to get the door open.
The pipes go into the floor, probably into the cargo hold. What the hell have they built down there? Maybe it's best not to bump into those guys.
Are you always that negative?
You haven't got a clue about what a crew is capable of doing in order to keep a secret, especially one like this. And what they're capable of doing to people that they find sniffing around, like us.
broken part has to go. This might come in handy. Boy, that thing is heavy. Gas is escaping from the machine. I'd better put a container over the leak. Now I've got a kind of anchor. The anchor is attached to the door.
Say, what on earth are you doing now?
Trying to get out.
Interesting try. Getting a bit seasick, are we?
Just wait and see.
That I've ever... Huh?
If you'd helped me to crack the lock, this would have been much easier. Done! The door's open. Let's go look for the captain.
Just a moment.
What now?
I haven't quite finished reading the logbook, and there's other bits of paper lying around.
You mean that you haven't got enough loot?
You've got a problem with that?
I've had enough. I'm off.
Oh, no you don't. You're staying right here.
Get off. Careful! Lex! I didn't want that to happen.
I can't breathe. My ribs. I think I broke some.
You're bleeding.
I can't feel my legs.
It's your own fault.
You think that's funny?
Maybe you'll learn something from it.
I'll make a note of it.
Pull yourself together. You have to stay awake.
I think I'm hurt real bad. I might not make it. These crates. You need to get them off of me somehow.
Okay, maybe I can just lift them off.
Hurry, damn it!
Don't pass out. I'm gonna try.
I'll do my best.
I've opened the lid. Lots of pepper sprinkled onto the floor.
You did it. It's about time. I don't think that I've broken anything.
Your leg, it's bleeding. We need to stop the blood.
Wait, we should disinfect the wound before bandaging it.
I'll look around for bandages and disinfectant. Hello? Anybody here? Maybe they've all gone to bed?
Anna! Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
Did you meet anyone yet?
No, but I've hardly stepped out of the captain's cabin yet. Besides that, it doesn't really look so inviting around here. I'll take this with me. Nothing's happening. I can't see anything. It's pitch black in here.
So, what's going on?
It's pitch black outside. I need to find some light.
The crew? Met anyone?
At least not on this deck. How's the injury?
I feel weak. I'm still bleeding.
Wait, I'll just grab a blanket from back there. Or a rag from the clothesline.
Ugh. I'm not in that much of a hurry. Maybe you'll find some clothes that are slightly cleaner? Or even better, some actual bandages?
All right. I'll keep looking some more. But if you begin to pass out, I'll have to use these dirty rags on you.
I'm sure you'll find some nice clean bandages somewhere. In an emergency, we can make do with your blouse.
How charming. This should work.
What are you doing there? You're gonna kill us both.
I don't know. The machine just sprung to life.
Machine? To me, that sounds more like a monster breathing. Somewhere deep down inside the belly of the ship.
I couldn't have known something like this would happen.
Well, apart from the sound, nothing has changed. Which is a good thing, because I don't think I could survive a second ship sinking today.
Now, if this isn't gonna help me, nothing is. The pipe should be filled with gas again, so the lamp should work again. I feel watched, but it looks so deserted. Probably just my imagination. The cord's torn off. Everything seems to be in quite a shabby state. What's a piece of machinery like this doing on a sailing ship? Maybe I can use the cog somewhere. The more tools, the better. The pipe's warm, and it's vibrating. But what's its purpose on a sailing ship? A big clock face. The craftsman must have assembled it by himself. Nothing's happening. The clock doesn't seem to be working. The doors of this metal locker are terribly rusty. Maybe just the wind? Hello? Is anybody here? I'm shipwrecked and I need some help. Hello? It would be pure suicide if I try to climb down there. Well, now I can go fishing. Ouch. I need to be more careful. Tear-proof alcohol. That might be helpful. Rainwater is constantly dripping into the pot. Its enamel coating doesn't seem to be damaged. These bottles still look pretty clean.
I'm sure that this fresh water will be helpful.
It's been set for 5 people. The rotten remains of the last meal are sitting on all the plates. Either the food tasted really awful, or they left the table in a hurry. The nails are sticking out, and the planks are barely being held together. The old workbench hasn't been used in a while. It's coated thick with dirt and strewn with rusty nails. Now look at this.
I've managed to pull all the rusty nails out of that crate with the pliers. Now I'm left with a few planks and one halfway okay nail.
I've bent the nail. It's a hook now.
One step closer to a fishing rod. Looks very professional. I should be able to repair the stairs with these planks.
Not too shabby. Who's there? Calm down, Anna. It's just your imagination. What's all this equipment for? Something must have happened. No captain would abandon his ship just like that. Mutiny, maybe? I should take a look around. Maybe I'll find some more clues. Part of the ship's plan. The plan shows that the crane's controls are connected to the machine in the mess hall. Something's wrong. The compass is spinning like crazy. How can that be? A chip log. I can determine the ship's speed with it. Strange. Nothing happened.
Anna, can you hear me?
I should hurry and help Lex. Where can I find some bandages?
This must be the doctor's cabin. In the back of the room, there's a ventilation shaft. It's gotta lead to the captain's cabin.
A hatch in the hull. It's very rusty. Even if it were open, it would only lead outside, where there's nothing but water.
Damn it! Where were you for so long? And what was that noise? Are you trying to sink this thing?
And how about you? Did you make any progress since I was gone?
Yeah, I think that I'm going to kick the bucket. Are you always so ice cold?
I broke through a rotten staircase and ended up in the mess hall.
The crew?
Not a trace. I think the ship's abandoned.
Well, I don't think so. I can hear these strange sounds, and everything seems to be moving.
I think it's high time to stop your bleeding.
I haven't given up hope that you'll find some proper bandages. Maybe there's a doctor on board. Or there was one on board.
Now I can take a closer look at the ventilation shaft.
Insulating material could come in useful.
I did it! I've managed to use the fishing rod to hook out the skull drill. I've drilled the lock open.
The bedpan looks like a tiny oven. Nothing here that I'd need to insulate. There might be useful things in there.
There are bandages, a thin thread, and a needle in the bag.
You can make many things out of leather.
Lex? Lex! What are you doing there? Shouldn't you be lying down?
This is starting to give me the creeps. See, I wanted to read the ship's log, but I didn't get too far.
What do you mean?
I think that the last entry was made a couple of weeks ago, but I'm not completely sure because the cover sheet with the year printed on it was missing. And the words started to blur, right in front of my eyes, as if the book refused to be read by me.
Just stop it! Your mind is playing tricks on you.
The pages at the back are written in Portuguese, but I can hardly see a thing. And my head aches like hell. I think I need a painkiller before I can try to see if I can read it.
But...
So, did you find something?
I found both.
Thank God. You're brilliant. I've got to take a rest. I don't feel well. Quite weak. Maybe it was a mistake to board this ship.
What are you talking about?
I've got a really bad feeling about this ship. As if it doesn't want us to be here. Wait. I've got something for you.
That's my bag. Where did you... Did you steal it?
It kind of fell into my hand when we were in the water. I I'm sorry?
Well, you'd better be. You're a damn scoundrel.
Actually, I was hoping to improve our relationship by this kind of gesture. But it looks like that plan backfired.